Going into October, we get falling leaves, shorter days, and my favorite, haunted houses. Spooktacular Chicago covered 3 haunted houses this season. The first one was the Basement of the Dead in Aurora. Sammy Nieves was out there opening weekend.
We're here in downtown Aurora at the Basement of the Dead. Let's go check it out.
My character is the burnt clown. What we did was we actually used jumping stilts with this character, so I get a little extra height, and since I'm a line starer, I play a lot outside, interacting with the customers before they actually enter the house.
Tell us a little bit about your makeup and like the process that goes through. It looks pretty detailed.
Well, this is actually just a latex mask. We use a lot of base makeup to make sure that the eyes blend into it using some black shadow. This one is latex, so it feels like skin. It reacts that way, so I still get like a very natural movement with it.
So you're a vampire, obviously. Alucard, very famous name. You don't sparkle, do you?
No, definitely don't sparkle. Funny story with that. When Twilight came out, I had no idea. I had no clue about Twilight. Everybody's like, hey, look, he looks like Twilight. I'm like, Miss Twilight, what are you talking about? People come in, they tell me about it. I'm like, vampire that sparkles? Are you kidding me? No, that's not on the card.
Yeah, that's not scary at all. I'm happy to hear it. So tell us a little bit about the makeup process. I see the contacts. That's the key part.
Contacts, the fangs. That's a big deal.
I noticed they're not the cheapo plastic stick-in kind.
No, these fangs, they're Scarecrow brand shredders. They make Scarecrow makes a lot of great fangs, and they're a basic setup. It's an epoxy. You put it in the fang, and you set the fang. And the hardest part is taking them off once you get them there. But once they work, they just wedge right in, and that's how they work out. Pop them right back in, and they stay there all night.
I've been involved in haunted houses now for 15 years. My brother started running one when I was 10, and I started working for him then, and I just kind of built up, and then I married a man that loves Halloween as well, and him and his family decided to go into the haunt business, and this opportunity got tossed in our hands last year, so here we are this year, 2nd year running, and it's going to be a good year. People think that running a haunted house is working 1 month a year, and when you're doing the build and the construction of it, it's not. It's a full year process. We start our planning in January. So after October, we take about a month off. We start coming up with some new concepts and ideas that we are going to run with. And then come March is our Halloween show. It's a huge convention with nothing but the newest, hottest things out in the haunt industries. And then come June, we're in complete force of tearing down rooms and rebuilding them to make them bigger and better for the next year.
Is there anything new that you have this year, special highlights that you're very proud of?
Yes, actually we made a couple changes. We now have a cave with a dinosaur and water running, and it looks awesome. Our last room of the house, we decided to take out the clowns this year and revamp it with a very expensive room, bunch of props. It's an awesome room. Scary doctor.
Do you want to be a friend of mine? Do you?
So what are some of your favorite things about working at a haunted house?
Well, it's out of the ordinary. It's not the same old job. Every day you're coming, it's going to be different. I love just all the interaction with the customers, watching people get scared, working with all the actors. They're all fun people to work with.
I just love the fact that you get a lot of freedom in terms of acting. A lot of this was improvisational. When we were being trained, we did a lot of improv and stuff like that that you would see at like with a theatrical background. And so it gives you a lot of room to create really a blank canvas that you can work with. And that's what's so fun about it. You get a lot of experimentation on how you're going to scare people.
It's that rush you get when you know that you've given people what they paid for. People want to be scared. I don't want to sound cruel, but when you have a certain control over those primal reactions on people, it's a bit empowering. It's almost like a drug. You know, you can't get it with alcohol, you can't get it with drugs, you can't get it with a needle, you can't get it with a stick, nothing. You can't beat it. It's the ultimate high, it's the ultimate rush.
You can check out Basement of the Dead on the web at 42fear.com.